That there on the screen is our clients hitting a combined monthly recurring revenue of $1.1 million, which is a nice milestone for us to hit as a funnel building agency. And it's a nice bit of social proof to show that we actually know what we're doing in regard to building funnels, right? But if you don't know me already and you are new to the channel by coincidence, then my name is Reuben Shears. I have an online funnel building agency called Optimally. I'm kind of building and scaling in public in these daily update videos, trying to give you as much value as possible in a short snippet of time, which will be, like I say, a short video today, in the hopes that you can kind of take the info that I talk about in this video and pull a lever in your business that makes you astronomically more money than the time and money, I guess, it costs you to watch this video today. And that's what I'm going to talk about, is a lever that I'm actually pulling in my business very, very soon as a result of the recommendations from my mentors who are doing far more money than me, like approximately just under 200k a month. So they have lots of lessons that I can learn from, and I can kind of filter that information down to you guys as well if you're in a similar position to me. So this lever that I'm talking about is in regard to, well, just like making money with a funnel, right? So if you watch one of my other videos before, you'll know that the nature of making money with a funnel, regardless of whether you're doing paid ads, cold acquisition, so cold DMs, cold email, or you're doing organic content, there will be an associated cost to acquire a client, cost per acquisition, and there will be a lifetime gross profit. So the amount of profit you get across the entire lifetime of a customer being with you. These two numbers are actually what can be positioned as a ratio to each other to understand the health of a funnel and the health of the business overall, right? So let's say the cost per acquisition for simplicity was $1,000 here, and you are charging $5,000, and you have profit margins of 80%, or like fixed costs of $1,000, right? That means you're getting profit of $4,000 across the lifetime from the customer. Now you see we have these two numbers. We have 1,000 here, we have 4,000 here. So we put 1,000 in, we get 4,000 out from that client, which means this ratio of a lifetime gross profit to CAC ratio is actually 4 to 1. But it's actually very healthy if you've got a 4x, right? But when you're modeling these numbers, you want to maximize this even more. Like if it's 4, great, let's make it 10, right? And the idea is, like, how do we do that? And this lever that I really didn't think about for some reason is increasing your prices, right? Because if we look at this scenario again, but instead of using $5,000, we charge $10,000, right? And we know that the cost, well, it was a 20% profit margin, but it was $1,000 of fixed cost. So it would actually be minus 1,000 here. You would have $9,000 of profit if you just charged 10k. And now look at the ratio, it's 9 to 1, right? So by doubling the prices, not only have you massively increased the ratio, but you've actually done more than double, because it's a 9 to 1 now, not 8 to 1, because it's to do with profit. And most of the time with an online service business, you are going to have fixed costs. So doubling your prices, tripling, quadrupling your prices will have a monumental impact in your business. So what I'm trying to say is that in the next week or so, I am going to be doubling, or at least doubling my prices, and obviously increasing the value to an extent, but that's going to be related to the amount of money that they're making, because it just maximizes these ratios for me and the health of my business overall. That's the idea. So I guess if you want a funnel built for you, I should probably say this now. Go to the link in the description, and you can get in before I double the price. Because what I'm really trying to do now is move away from working with people who are making like 10k a month or whatever, to working with these bigger clients, like I showed at the start of this video, which are contributing a lot of that MRR, that are doing like 100k a month. Because if someone makes 10k a month, and my offer is I'm going to help you double your cash collected, right? That's kind of what we're aiming for. Then they are going to go to 20k a month, right? Which obviously the addition there is plus $10,000, right? That said, if I work with someone who's doing 100k a month, and I can make them even 1.5x cash collected, which is actually pessimistic, then they're going to end up being on 150k a month. And obviously the difference here is plus 50,000. And you can see that if that's the value I'm delivering, which is significantly more from the same deliverables, like I'm building the same funnel, it takes the same amount of time, same effort, same team costs, but I can make 50,000 for someone, then they're going to be more than willing to pay me a decent cut of that money that they're making for the services, and which is why I can charge more. So I guess the moral of the story really is find people that your service is more valuable to and charge more for it, because that is going to make your acquisition, regardless of whether it's paid ads, cold email, blah, 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 just so much more healthy and it allows you to reinvest all the money that you've got from that back into the system again and do the same thing again and again and again. And this is how companies scale to ridiculous numbers. I know that 200, 300, 400K a month seems like completely out of reach for most of the people watching this video. But mathematically, if you just extrapolate it over the course of a year or two of doing that cycle of increasing your prices, increasing the value to higher value people, it's more than doable. And that's the thing. So that's the lever I'm pulling. I suggest you pull it as well. But like I say, if you want a funnel built for you to an extremely high level, that we've been doing it for multiple years now, then you can go to the link in the description and get that done. Other than that, I would usually track my metrics on kind of YouTube and LinkedIn, but I recorded this video already without the audio again, which was so irritating. So I've already filled it out. But you will see that I've got 155 on YouTube now on today, and then LinkedIn is growing gradually as well. So that's just a result of consistency. You can see there's some plateaus in there, but not many. And overall, it's growth, which is super important. I really want to leverage LinkedIn in my newsletter even more and drive those people to these videos as much as possible. But anyway, yeah. If you want to watch another one of these videos, then you can watch it on the screen there, and I will catch you in the next one, if not tomorrow.